Some things aren't meant to be seen, but these other dimensional beings were caught on camera, and the truth is more terrifying than fiction. These shocking videos might just prove that other dimensions exist. Stay tuned, because what you're about to witness will make you question reality itself. Alien agent in the crowd. Something bizarre happened in 2012 that had people questioning everything. A clip from former US President Barack Obama's speech went viral. Not because of what he said, but because of what was lurking in the crowd. Viewers swore they spotted a Secret Service agent with an alien-like appearance. From certain angles, his features looked oddly sharp, almost unnatural, with a strange greenish hue. Some believed this was proof that extraterrestrials were working alongside the president. Skeptics, however, dismissed it as a mere trick of light and camera angles. But here's the real question. Was this just an illusion? Or did we just catch a glimpse of something not meant to be seen? The spiky smile. What if I told you a simple speech led to one of the weirdest conspiracy theories ever? During a conference with Barack Obama, entrepreneur Lee Rosenberg was speaking when something truly unsettling happened. His teeth, yes, his teeth, seemed to change, morphing into sharp, fang-like points for a brief moment. His already distinct features, like his sharp jawline and aquiline nose, only made the rumors worse. But then things got even stranger. That part of the footage, completely edited out from the official release. People started asking, was something being hidden? And why were authorities so silent about it? Was this just a visual glitch? Or had the world just witnessed something reptilian slipping through the cracks? The reptilian blink. We've all seen weird things happen on TV, but this one? It's next level. A woman was calmly giving an interview when, out of nowhere, her eyes blinked, but not like a normal human blink. For a split second, they turned into slits, like a reptile. It happened so fast that most people would have missed it. But not the internet. People were quick to point it out, calling it one of the clearest reptilian eye glitches ever caught on camera. According to believers, slit-shaped eyes are the #1 sign of someone being a hybrid. So, was this just a technical glitch, or did someone or something momentarily reveal its true form? The scaly human. Still think the idea of reptilian beings is just a conspiracy? Then, explain this. A leaked video took the internet by storm, showing something straight out of a sci-fi horror movie, a humanoid figure, but its entire body was covered in scales and snake-like skin. The clip left experts and skeptics baffled. Some claimed it was proof that reptilian hybrids walk among us, while others believed it was an elaborate hoax. But the most disturbing part? The way authorities seemed to brush it off, as if they didn't want people asking questions. Could this be a glimpse into a hidden truth, or just another internet mystery? The Olympic Lizard Man. The 2012 London Olympics had millions of eyes on it, but apparently not everyone was human. In the middle of the crowd, cameras caught something eerie, a figure with an almost entirely dark body, ghostly pale eyes, and features that didn't look quite human. What's even creepier? No one around him seemed to notice. When the footage hit the internet, theories exploded. Was this a reptilian creature in disguise? And if so, why was it there? Some even claimed the Olympics were rigged by these beings, controlling things from behind the scenes. Sounds crazy, right? But watch the footage for yourself and you might start to wonder who or what was really in that crowd. Katy Perry's strange eye twitch. Something weird happened to Katy Perry on stage, and people couldn't stop talking about it. A few years ago, during a performance, she suddenly froze, her eye twitching in a way that looked unnatural. For a few seconds, it was as if she wasn't even there. When the clip went viral, theories exploded. Was she a reptilian? Did she have a secret illness? Alien skin, maybe? 2 years later, she finally addressed the rumors, saying it was just an innocent eye twitch. But then, during a live recording, it happened again. If that wasn't enough, in another show, she puffed out her neck like a frog. Yes, like a frog. And then she rolled her eyes and stared at a colleague in a way that gave people chills. Was this just some quirky habit? Or was something really off? Fans still aren't sure what to believe. The evil doll on Speed's live stream. If dolls creep you out, this next story is going to haunt you. Darren, better known as iShow Speed, was doing a regular live stream when viewers noticed something terrifying. The doll he was holding was moving on its own. At first, it seemed like nothing, but then its eyes blinked. And then, its mouth moved. People freaked out. Was the doll possessed? Was it just a trick of the camera? Some even started claiming that Darren's sudden rise to fame was linked to something much darker, that maybe he made a deal with something sinister. Whatever the truth is, one thing's for sure: no one's looking at that doll the same way ever again. The Erie Street CCTV footage. Late at night, on a quiet street, a CCTV camera caught something straight out of a horror movie. Two people were walking like normal, but when you looked closer, they didn't seem human. One had long reptilian-like ears and an almond-shaped head, almost like something from another world. The other had a face so dark and featureless that it was impossible to make out any details. When the footage hit the internet, people were terrified. Could there be an alien base hidden in the town? Was this proof that non-humans walked among us? No one knows for sure, but after seeing that clip, you might want to keep an eye on your neighbors. Reptilian eyes on live TV. Something was seriously off. A man was caught on live TV, staring, completely motionless, not blinking even once. That eerie expression alone was enough to make people uneasy. But then, something even creepier happened. His eyes, they shifted. Slits formed, just like a reptile. No one in the studio seemed to notice at the time, but the internet did. Viewers went wild, claiming this was solid proof that reptilian aliens are secretly among us. Was this real evidence or just another bizarre coincidence? Secret signals in Johnny Depp's trial. Not even Hollywood's biggest stars are safe from suspicion. Johnny Depp, Jeff Bezos, Cristiano Ronaldo, even the Pope have all been accused of hiding something. But the strangest footage? That came from Depp's trial. People swear the judge was trying to communicate with him telepathically. Watch closely. She leans in, her gaze locked, almost like she's sending silent messages. And then there's the Pope, scratching his nose, only to accidentally pull what looked like a face mask. Was it just a wrinkle in the footage, or something much more sinister? What's really going on with these high-profile figures? Live TV exposes something inhuman. It happened in real time. A news reporter, giving a live interview, blinked, and in that split second, his eyes changed. They didn't just shift slightly, they transformed into slits, something that should be impossible for a human. The footage went viral, with many convinced that reptilians are in control of the media. But it didn't stop there. 2 years later, another clip surfaced. This time, a different reporter's eyes bulged unnaturally before snapping back to normal. Was this just a digital glitch, or was something hiding in plain sight? The man who became an alien. At first glance, you'd think an alien had finally revealed itself to the world. Jet black eyes, deep scars, an eerie, otherworldly face. But no, this wasn't a creature from another planet. This was Anthony Lafredo, a man so obsessed with extraterrestrials that he decided to turn himself into one. Through extreme body modifications, he created what he called the Black Alien Project. He sliced, reshaped, and transformed his features to look less human. The question is, how far would you go to change your identity? The woman with the devil's eyes. Something about her didn't sit right. During a basketball game in Indonesia, a woman in the audience caught everyone's attention. While the crowd cheered, she sat motionless, barely reacting. People thought she was in a trance. But then, the camera zoomed in, her eyes completely black, no white at all. Her face covered in scars, making her look more like a demon than a person. Some were convinced she was possessed. Others speculated it was a PR stunt. But one thing's for sure, she left the audience terrified. Hillary Clinton's mysterious moment. Something strange is going on with Hillary Clinton. At least, that's what conspiracy theorists believe. Over the years, bizarre clips of her have surfaced, showing strange glitches in her appearance. Sometimes her face seems to take on a reptilian pattern, and her eyes flicker like a digital error. But one clip in particular has everyone talking. During a public event, Hillary was seen reaching for a glass of water. But before she took a sip, a green liquid mysteriously dripped into the glass. She took a tiny sip and then set the glass down. That's it. But here's the weird part. Some people think she was drinking her own venom. If reptilian humanoids exist, could they have venom like snakes? The more you watch these clips, the harder it is to shake the feeling that something just isn't right. Trump's guard. During Trump's inauguration parade, all eyes were on him, except for the ones glued to his Secret Service agent. The man stood by the presidential car, but something about him felt off. His hand was frozen in an unnatural position, stiff as a mannequin. Online theorists quickly jumped on the footage, suggesting his real hand was hidden under his coat. But why? Some believe his exposed hand was actually a high-tech prosthetic used to disguise his reptilian nature. But then, just when it seemed like solid proof, his fingers twitched, especially when he closed the car door. Was it just an odd posture, or had we almost caught a reptilian in disguise? Some believe Trump is connected to powerful elite overlords, and this strange agent was proof. What do you think? The Shapeshifting Reporter. This one is straight up eerie. A resurfaced news clip from over a decade ago has sent chills down the spines of those who've seen it. In the middle of her broadcast, a news anchor suddenly hissed, yes, hissed, mid-sentence. And if that wasn't weird enough, her face started shifting, distorting into something unnatural. For a split second, her features looked reptilian. Even her co-anchors seemed to react to her odd behavior, but no one gave a clear explanation. The strangest part? Neither the news channel nor the anchor herself ever addressed the incident, leaving the internet to speculate. Was she a reptilian hybrid? A government experiment gone wrong? Or just a bizarre technical glitch? No one knows, but the footage speaks for itself. Reptilian caught on live TV. If an ancient race of reptilian overlords really exists, you'd think they'd be more careful, right? Well, apparently not. One viral clip shows a live news broadcast where a female reporter's face suddenly changed. Her features warped into something unnatural, like a reptilian pattern flashing across her skin. The camera crew? Completely unaware. The reporter didn't react at all, but the internet lost its mind. Some believe it was a sign of a poorly disguised reptilian trying to blend in. Others argue it was just a bad video compression issue. Either way, the footage remains one of the most unsettling proofs of shapeshifters walking among us. Chicago mayor's glitch. If you believe politicians are just reptilians in disguise, this might be your favorite piece of evidence. Back in 2012, former Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel held a press conference. But viewers noticed something strange. His eyes changed. For a brief moment, they seemed to shift, taking on an unnatural, almost reptilian look. And that wasn't all. A woman standing behind him didn't move a muscle, her expression frozen in what looked like deep sadness. Some say she was just listening intently. Others think she was part of something much bigger, something the government doesn't want you to know. A video glitch? A trick of the light? Or undeniable proof of something more sinister? That's for you to decide. Frozen face on live TV. Something weird happened on live TV, and people couldn't stop talking about it. As the ceremony was wrapping up, all eyes turned to a woman standing beside a man. At first, she looked normal, until her face seemed to move on its own. Her eyes blinked strangely, and for a brief moment, her expression glitched like a broken robot. Then, just as suddenly, she snapped back to normal, as if nothing had happened. The eerie moment was caught on camera, sparking wild theories. Was she just tired, or was this something more? Some claimed she was under the influence, while others took it a step further, linking it to MK-Ultra, a top-secret mind control program from the CIA. Could it have been a mistake from her handler? You decide. The Bush family shapeshifters. What if I told you that a member of one of America's most powerful families had a moment on camera that made people question reality? In 2007, Jenna Bush, daughter of former President George Bush, was giving an interview when something strange happened. For a split second, her face appeared to shift into something not human. At first, it seemed like a simple camera glitch, but why did it only affect her face? Some claimed it was proof of the old conspiracy theory that the world's elite are actually reptilian shapeshifters. And it wasn't just Jenna. In another clip, George Bush himself seemed to have slit-like pupils, flashing for a brief moment during an interview. Could it be a trick of the light, or is the Bush family hiding something bigger? Reptilian eyes on live TV, not just celebrities. Now even news anchors are glitching on live television. In one strange broadcast, a reporter's eyes did something completely unnatural. As she blinked, her eyes seemed to appear on her eyelids, almost like she was a reptilian trying to disguise itself as human. The moment lasted only a fraction of a second, but sharp-eyed viewers caught it and ran wild with theories. Was it a technical glitch, a hoax, or an actual reptilian sighting caught on camera? The strange walker. Imagine reviewing your CCTV footage and seeing something straight out of a nightmare. In a remote area, security cameras picked up a bizarre humanoid figure walking down a deserted road. It was hunched over, moving slowly, but the creepiest part? It had a long, slithering tail. People who saw the footage couldn't believe their eyes. Was this a real-life reptilian? More importantly, was it dangerous? The clip went viral, but the identity of the strange walker remains a mystery. The woman who vanished. Mysterious disappearances happen all the time, but rarely do they happen in front of a camera. During a red carpet interview with Scarlett Johansson, a woman in a black dress walked behind her. But here's the chilling part. She never made it to the other side. Moments later, a man walked through the same spot like nothing had happened. The internet exploded with theories. Did she time travel? Was she a hologram? Or did we just witness someone vanishing into another dimension? Whatever happened that night, one thing's for sure, she was there 1 second and gone the next. Terrifying camping encounter. If you love camping, this might make you think twice. A group of friends set up camp in the middle of the woods, enjoying their night, until they saw something lurking on top of their camper van. One of them noticed movement, and when they all looked up, there it was, a creature crouching on the roof. The second they reacted, it vanished into the darkness. The video was blurry, making it impossible to tell what they saw. Was it just a wild animal, or something much more sinister? No one has figured it out to this day. The living statue. Something about this woman just wasn't right. During a live TV interview, a woman in the background stood completely still, almost like she wasn't real. No blinking, no movements, just staring. It was as if she was a statue, placed there for no reason. As the clip spread online, people started asking questions. Was she possessed? Was she under some kind of control? Or was she even human at all? Some say she's proof that reptilians aren't just in high places anymore. They could be blending in anywhere. Frozen in mid-walk. Something was seriously off about Lady Gaga in this old video. One moment, she was walking toward her car, and the next, she just stopped. Completely frozen, mid-step, as if time had glitched around her. For a few eerie seconds, she stood still, her eyes blank, seemingly unaware of the world around her. Then, as if nothing had happened, she snapped out of it and continued walking like normal. But that wasn't the only bizarre moment. In another clip, a reporter asked her a simple question, and instead of answering, she just froze again. Some say it's proof of a dark force controlling celebrities. Others think it's just a case of exhaustion or stress. What do you believe? The rooftop creeper. A man kept hearing strange noises on his roof, always at the same time every night. But every time he went to check, nothing was there. Determined to solve the mystery, he waited outside with his phone, camera rolling. Then, out of the darkness, he saw it, a strange creature crawling across his rooftop. Its movements were cautious, almost calculating. But when it realized it had been spotted, it froze. Just for a second. Then, in a sudden burst of speed, it darted across the roof and vanished before the man could chase it down. To this day, he has no idea what it was. The wild beast in the forest. A group of friends was exploring deep in the woods when they stumbled upon something terrifying. A massive figure with dark, hollow eyes crouched over something. And it was feeding. But the moment it sensed their presence, it did something even more disturbing. In one quick motion, it flipped onto its back and scurried away, moving in a way no normal creature should. The group didn't stick around to find out what it was. They left immediately, shaken and speechless. Was it an undiscovered beast? Or something not from this world? The weird humanoid, a lone explorer, was walking through an untouched part of the forest when he spotted something that made his blood run cold. A thin, humanoid figure with an oversized head stepped into view. Its body was unnaturally slender, and its movements were almost robotic. But the most terrifying part, the moment it noticed the camera, it lunged forward, trying to grab it. The man barely managed to escape, his camera shaking as he ran. No one knows what it was, but one thing is certain, he was never supposed to see it. The alien mummy. Almost 2 years ago, an archaeologist made a discovery that defied everything we know. Deep inside a hidden cave, he found a golden statue, perfectly preserved on the wall. At first, he thought it was just another artifact. But then he took a closer look and realized this wasn't human. The figure had reptilian features, its skin covered in what looked like scales. Could this be proof that reptilians once walked the earth? Or is it just an ancient carving with an eerie resemblance to something out of this world? The shapeshifter on stage, a religious leader, was addressing a crowd when something unexplainable happened. Right in the middle of his speech, his face changed. For a split second, his features morphed into something reptilian before shifting back to normal. The clip quickly went viral, with people calling him a shapeshifter, proof of a hidden race living among us. But skeptics had their own explanation, blaming a video glitch or low-quality broadcast signals. What do you think? A simple camera error or something far more chilling? The greasy creature. Deep inside a dark, wet tunnel, a worker was just doing his job, until he saw something straight out of a nightmare. A bizarre, greasy-looking creature slithered through the water, its inhuman features making it look absolutely horrifying. Spikes covered its slimy body, and then, out of nowhere, it stood up. But the real shocker? It raised its eerie, three-fingered hands, each nail long and razor-sharp, and started dancing. The camera caught everything, but no one could explain what they had just seen. What was this thing? A mutation? A creature from the unknown? To this day, it's still a mystery. The grasshopper swallowing incident, a live news broadcast turned into something straight out of a sci-fi movie. In 1995, at Augusta High School, reporter Chris Wood was in the middle of his segment when a grasshopper suddenly hit his face. What happened next was beyond belief. His tongue shot out like a frog's and snatched the insect right out of the air. Viewers were left in shock. Was this some kind of amphibian mutation? Or even more chilling, was he part of a secret government experiment gone wrong? Whatever the truth, Chris Wood's strange incident has never been explained. The forest jumper, a trail camera deep in the forest, caught something chilling. A young girl, or at least something that looked like one, was hanging from a tree. But then, extra limbs stretched out from her back. And just when things couldn't get any weirder, she jumped to the ground and sprinted away on 2 legs. How was she able to extend her limbs like that? Was she possessed? A supernatural being? Or just an eerie glitch in reality? The internet had its theories, but no one really knew the truth. The transforming human. A normal hug turned into something out of a horror movie. A woman embraced a man, but within seconds, something terrifying happened. Her body changed shape, and suddenly, she was a completely different person. A man. The transformation was caught on camera, and those watching were left speechless. Was she a shapeshifter? A supernatural being hiding in plain sight? Or was it all just a clever trick? The internet was divided, but one thing was certain. This clip was unforgettable. The night transformation, shapeshifters in town? This CCTV footage might just prove it. A cat was seen running across the street until it hit a car. But instead of a lifeless animal, a human figure stood up from where the cat had been. As it walked, the camera captured a blurry face with glowing eyes. And if that wasn't creepy enough, another clip surfaced. This time, a cat walked under a tree and emerged as a man. Could something lurking above be responsible for these transformations? Or were these beings hiding among us all along? Are we really sharing our world with beings from another dimension? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you want more mind-blowing mysteries, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. See you in the next one.